So as it turns out, they were lying about the jobs numbers, or at least made a 1 million oopsie. Just miscalculated by about almost 1 million. That's a pretty big oopsie, right? 2 million jobs from the last 3 years of the Biden administration have been revised away. Specifically, a little over 900,000 were just revised away this morning. Well, what does that mean? Well, it is kind of a scandal, but they were right to fire that BLS commissioner. And what this basically means is that no job creation has happened, or no creation happened in the last year of the Biden administration. And the bigger picture here for why it might affect you and the market and your portfolio is that they should have been cutting rates months ago. They're late to cutting rates. Again, just like they were late to raising rates a few years ago, the Federal Reserve was late to raising rates. They are now late to cutting rates. This potentially leading to in just a week, a 50 basis point cut next week, potentially, which I think probably is what should happen. And now even polymarket odds for a 50 basis point cut have now risen to about 17% for next week's FOMC, where just a couple of days ago it was like almost 0%. Actually, about 2 weeks ago, the chances of any basis point cuts was lower than a 25 basis point cut. Now, as of about a couple days ago, a 25 basis point cut was basically guaranteed. Now we're maybe moving instead to having a 50 basis point cut. Now, obviously, still, there's a much higher chance that right now it's likely we're just going to get a 25 basis point cut. But the Fed is late. The Fed needs to start lowering rates, as many of you I'm sure already know. In fact, most people I feel like in this space understand that the Fed, I don't know how they're so consistently wrong about this kind of thing, especially considering they probably should have more information than like you or I, right? But like, I don't understand how like myself and a lot of the people watching and a lot of the people that I follow in this space, they all know like, hey, we probably should have cut rates a while ago. But the Fed, the people that are responsible for cutting the rates, somehow don't understand. I don't know how that happens so consistently, unless maybe the Fed is compromised. That's possible. But also, before we continue any further, if you sign up right now, starting right now, the first 100 people that sign up to Femex in my description below get a free $10 just by signing up. Put in your email password using the link below, you get free $10. And there's some other bonuses as well. But yeah, use that below if you want a free $10. And what do we have here? Stocks are near all-time highs. Bitcoin is near all-time highs, although it's a little bit down today. Real estate is near all-time highs. Gold is at an all-time high. And people are like crying like crazy, very panicky, very scared of what's happening. They think we're going to zero and beyond. But it's probably because those people are realizing they blew it and they're not going to get cheaper entries. Although, I want to talk about that in a second. There's so many people also calling the top right now. But this is a key point. Those people, maybe they either have not experienced this or they don't understand it. The final leg of this market is always insanely violent, right? Euphoric, mania, and we haven't seen that yet. If it could happen it could start and end within a month. It could be over just like that. So it's something to keep note of and to realize there's a lot left, I think, in this game. And specifically, if we're about to see 1 or potentially 2 rate cuts in just a week, how is that going to affect the market? How is that going to affect liquidity? How is it going to affect risk on assets? I don't know if this is the time to be panicking and getting out of this market, right? Gold's correlation with Bitcoin, or Bitcoin's gold correlation, right now implies a potential rally to about 185,000 US dollars in just the next few months. We also have a correlation with global liquidity. Bitcoin should be pumping, right? Gold is indicating basically what I just talked about at the beginning of the video. Basically, rate cuts are coming. People are fleeing to better stores of value like gold, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to rally explosively, in my opinion, over these next few weeks. and maybe surprise a lot of people, right? I think a lot of people are just doom posting and very scared, and they think the top is in, and that's exactly what I want to see before the next leg up. If everybody right now was actually very euphoric, I see it in my comments, by the way, right? I make videos and I post content, and so I have access to comments personally that are directed towards me a lot of the time. And I can tell when people are very bullish, or I can tell when people are very bearish. And I can even say, just from my experience with that, people over the past few weeks, I mean, really, it's actually been over the past few months and even multiple years, people are just very bearish. People do not think that this cycle is going higher. People think it is over. And I get that comment so much. And the more that I get that comment, the more bullish that I get. Because in the past, the last few cycles that I've witnessed, every single time people are screaming in my comments at me saying, "You're delusional, the top is in," that has always been an amazing opportunity to buy. And actually, one of the things I want to talk about is that I have been saving the past 2 or 3 weeks of income. I keep in USDT that I usually just put right into Bitcoin. The past few weeks, I've actually been saving it because I'm like basically completely invested in Bitcoin. So like, I mean, if Bitcoin goes up, I'm not going to be missing out. Like I'm going to be benefiting massively already. But I do have a little bit of a pile of USDT or US dollars that I'm saving for a really big drop, because I would love an opportunity where just people panic and the market just crashes for a couple days and then rebounds. I'm extremely excited and ready for an opportunity like that. And I just definitely want to take advantage of it. So if we don't get a pullback and we just keep going up, like I said, I'm already basically completely invested in Bitcoin. I will be benefiting and I will be happy. But like I said, I have about 2 to 3 weeks of income now at this point that I have been saving for a much bigger crash that if we crash, I'll put in. I'm not saving that because I think it's guaranteed we're going to be getting a crash, but I'm saving it because, well, like I said, I'm already like 95 to 99% invested in Bitcoin. So it's just like, at this point, I'm just like, you know what, why not just save a little bit, keep it in USDT, maybe Bitcoin pumps like crazy and I just have that USDT sitting on the sideline, fine. It won't really make a big difference for my portfolio whatsoever. But, it'll be great if we do get a big crash, and then I can just dump a decent size portion of US dollars back into the market. I mean, that'll be exciting. It'll make me basically, it's just a personal choice. And I think many people are maybe doing the same thing, or I don't know if you're watching this, if you're like completely invested or only 50% or 90%, I'm not sure. But at this point, yeah, I personally would love a bigger dump because I want to buy more of it. And another thing, based on the stablecoin supply ratio, SSR are tightening again. The stablecoin supply ratio bands are tightening again. The last 3 times this happened, Bitcoin followed with a major move higher. And as well, the Bollinger Bands are at the most extreme level currently in history. So what Bollinger Bands typically signal are compression before massive moves. Lower and lower and lower in volatility typically comes before the biggest moves. Before massive moves to the upside or downside, the biggest moves, before them, it's usually very quiet. And what the Bollinger Bands are signaling right now is that it's very quiet, meaning I think a big move is coming very, very soon. Obviously, this is a chart everyone is looking at. It's the entire altcoin market, the total 3 chart. Look at this compression. This thing I just think is about to go nuts. And I think you're nuts if you're not at least somewhat exposed to this market in terms of altcoins. Because like if you love Bitcoin, buy some altcoins, make 10, 20, 30x, something like that, and then put it into Bitcoin, boom, you have more Bitcoin, right? Fantastic opportunity, extremely exciting in my opinion. And as well, diamond hands are stacking massively. Bitcoin accumulator addresses just hit a record high with about 266,000 Bitcoin. In fundamental news, we have Cantor Fitzgerald launching a new Bitcoin and gold fund. Investors get 45% of Bitcoin upside with gold protecting principal. Wall Street blending Bitcoin with gold is something we've been hearing about for weeks and weeks. And we're going to see more and more products like this on the market, right? Bitcoin is further and further infused into the traditional system. You will be buying Bitcoin no matter what. If you hate Bitcoin, you will own it. It's not going to be a choice, right? It's how it's getting infused into this market. Decades, millennia ago, when the US, a couple hundred years ago, when the US dollar was being used, or any currency really, when any fiat currency was adopted, I'm sure there was people that were thinking, you know what, I'm not going to use this currency. I'm just going to, I mean, that's the thing. You don't have a choice. You have to use it. If it becomes ingrained enough and it becomes the common currency that is used for transactions, you will use it, whether you want to or not. And I'm telling you now, whether it happens next year or 10 years from now, you will be buying Bitcoin, whether you want to or not, simply because you won't have a choice. Not because technically nobody is forcing you to. Technically, you don't have to buy it if you don't want to. Your quality of life and your financial quality of life will just be incredibly diminished if you don't. So if you want to be competitive and you don't want to be completely broke, then you will be buying Bitcoin, right? Don't say, I didn't tell you. But also, NASDAQ is about to invest $50 million in Bitcoin and crypto exchange Gemini. Okay, again, more fundamental news, more. The writing is on the wall. I say this every day, but it really is. If we look at specifically some of the charts today, we're actually seeing the altcoin market. I mean, it's very, very close to breaking out. Dominance hasn't moved much. ETH hasn't moved much. Bitcoin is down a little bit today. By the time you're watching, maybe that's changed. But I think one of the big reasons for this is just the fact that this news that we got, well, actually, to be honest, 110, 111,000 really has just been sideways. That's why the Bollinger Bands are so tight. It's because there's been very little volatility. The market has not moved very much. Right now, obviously, if we take a look at this chart, we're just straight horizontal, back testing these highs, this range resistance from May to July. About a 2-month resistance before what happened? Oh, that's right. We broke up. Remember right back here, people were screaming the top is in, we're going down. Right here, people were screaming top is in, we're going down. Just like right here, people have been screaming top is in, we're going down. And right here, wouldn't it be crazy if instead we just did this? Wow, who could guess that? Who could predict that? I don't know. If it happens, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be surprised, even though let's take a look at the last 3 years. Let's see what's happened over the last 3 years. It's almost like the same thing has been happening the last 3 years. And every time we get a little bit closer to this green line or this yellow line, all the people calling for a top step in and start screaming as loud as they can, top is in, top is in. And then what funny thing happens when they do that? When they call that, oh, top is in, it's just funny that we seem to make a higher top. I don't know. Is it going to happen this time? I don't know. It's possible, right? S&P 500 as well has actually been kind of flat for the past few days. That's interesting. US dollar just looks like garbage. US dollar is going down, in my opinion, very big time. But specifically on this chart, daily for Bitcoin, we're still kind of just sideways. We have about a week until the FOMC meeting where we're going to see what they're going with. At this point, the betting markets are telling us it's guaranteed at the very least. We are getting a 25 basis point cut. That is the default. That is what everyone's expecting, 25 basis point cut. Although now with this revised job data of about 1 million jobs, how do they have to revise it by 1 million jobs? Are these numbers literally being made up? Are they lying? Can any of these numbers be trusted? I don't think so. But anyway, they had to revise by 1 million. Now the chances of a potential 50 basis point cut next week instead of 25 basis points is somewhat realistic. Not guaranteed. In fact, right now it's still heavily leaning towards a 25 basis point cut instead of 50. But a lot can happen in a few days. By Thursday or Friday at market close, we could have the odds shift to 60% of a 50 basis point cut because maybe we'll get new information. Maybe we'll get some reports or data that's showing, hey, actually, inflation is not the primary concern. We need to get rates down because the job market is collapsing and priority should be with cutting rates. That could be what we hear in just a couple of days. But either way, there is going to be a huge swift change into gold and Bitcoin. We're already seeing gold do it, right? Look at what gold's been doing, seeing gold explode. Bitcoin follows with about a 100-day lag, I believe is what it is. Gold leads and Bitcoin follows. Bitcoin also follows monetary supply, which is the global monetary supply, which is also going up. we're about to get rate cuts. There is a lot of evidence and a lot of data that we're actually about to go a lot higher for Bitcoin. Now, with that being said, before that happens, it's also very likely that at some point we have a swing to the downside first, trap some liquidity before absolutely pumping to the upside, because that's typically how it happens. This market very seldom just goes in one direction. Actually, it never does. If you zoom out on Bitcoin and look over the past 3 years, basically it has gone in one direction. If you zoom out, really zoom out, it actually does go in one direction if you zoom out enough. Obviously, there's dips along the way. But if you really zoom out, even if you go month to month or something, this is weekly, but month to month, this thing just goes straight up. And actually, this is a discussion maybe some people don't want to have, but if you actually look at Bitcoin over the last decade, it actually does only go one direction, and that's straight up. So I guess I was wrong, that everything goes up and down. Basically, if you really look at it and you zoom out, Bitcoin only goes up. But if we do zoom in and we look at these little irrelevant price swings, then hey, there's actually some dumps in there. But anyone with common sense and at least a 5-year-old child's brain or higher in their head will be able to see, oh, actually, we're going up, right? But yeah, there's going to be dumps. My point of saying that as well is that, I expect, and this is why I've talked about the beginning of the video, I have some capital saved up because I really would love the opportunity to actually scoop some maybe sub 100K Bitcoin one final time. That's kind of like my wet dream that I'm having about this opportunity. Maybe. Will I get it? I have no idea. I really am just salivating at the thought of being able to buy Bitcoin for under 100K one last time. But like I said, nobody knows. This thing could be at 130K next week. It could be at 100K. It could be at 95K for a day or something. I really don't think that's the case. But if it did get to 95K, I would be going insane just making sure that I scoop every little bit of Bitcoin that I can get. Saving up, digging through my couches for every little penny to get anything, to scoop up as much of this finite asset as possible. Let's just say, it's another way of saying I'm bullish. But remember, the first 100 people that sign up to Femix in my link below right now get just a free $10 of trading. You can get a couple $1,000s of other bonuses if you do deposits and stuff like that. But simply by signing up with an email and a password, you get $10 free if you're one of the first 100 people. So do that as quickly as humanly possible. And without further ado,